It's James Gorey. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. You may have got here through the Epic Times, where I'm a contributor, where I write on China and current events, but mainly China. Or you may have gotten here through the Banana Republican website, which these videos will be on shortly if they're not there already. So anyway, welcome. Thanks so much. Today I want to talk about Grok4. I don't know if you caught the interview or caught the launch with Elon Musk and his team of kind of AI whiz kids or whatever. They're all young guys, look like. All wearing black, by the way, which I can't fault, by the way. But anyhow, listen, if you didn't catch it, a lot of big news there. Not all of it great, in my humble opinion. You have to watch it, but some of the high points or low points, depending on how you look at it, is that Grok is growing, I don't know, tenfold every 6 months in terms of its power. So Grok4 is tenfold more powerful than Grok2, and Grok3 is somewhere in the middle, and its reasoning ability is going off the scales. So it's really making tremendous strides. And one of the takeaways I took about it was that, well, it will be smarter than all the PhDs in every discipline simultaneously within 6 months. That was one of my takeaways. And by the way, Elon Musk, and he gave a detailed talk, a detailed description of it, but he said a couple times, at least once or twice, maybe more, that it was terrifying. And he said, we need to control this. So by 2026 or somewhere in that region in next year, maybe a year from now, in middle 26, he mentioned it would eclipse all human intelligence. So now we're creating something that is going to eclipse all human intelligence on Earth. And how on Earth can that be good? And again, Musk said, look, we need to control it. We must control it. But does that sound reasonable? Does that sound rational? It doesn't. It doesn't to me. It sounds like a wish more than it is a probability. And I think there's no disputing that, because how are you going to control it? It's going to anticipate everything you do 10 steps ahead of time or 1,000 steps ahead. So you'll never be. There will be that come a point. It'll be that Skynet reaching consciousness point, kind of that singularity. To rip off to reference the old Terminator movies, which were very prescient, by the way. So there's a huge problem we're having here, where there is no oversight. Where's the oversight on this? Where's the oversight on Grok, on ChatGPT, on these systems that threaten all of us in one form or another? And the fact is that Elon is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, which he often does. And it's not I'm not condemning him. It's just one of those things where that's how he is. He can't help himself. On the one hand, he said several times, we're summoning the demon with AI, but on the other hand, he's implanting AI neurological chips into people. I mean, it's both, right? And that's a big problem. And I think we need to have some serious level of discussion here in the country today. I mean, now, we need to have some kind of legislative oversight that companies just don't get to do this. This is comparative to a company we're just creating a new bomb that is triggered by people's computer use, for example, right? So just because it can be done doesn't mean it should be legal, doesn't mean it should be allowed, and doesn't mean it should go forward. And it certainly doesn't mean there ought not to be some sort of oversight over it. But the problem is the richest guy in the world can buy anything, or probably anyone, he wants. And so you've got the richest guy in the world creating the smartest technology, the smartest AI technology, whether it's in rockets, tunneling, X, whatever it might be. There goes my phone. Anything like that. You see the problem here? We have a lot of this power concentrated, and nobody is over him. There's no institutional control saying you can't launch this. You you can't launch this on everything that affects everybody without just arbitrarily, because you can. Just because you're able to doesn't mean you should be able to or allowed to. And that's my big problem with Grok4, with all this AI. If it's as they say it is, that this is going to be smarter than the entire human race, then we have a big problem very quickly. I mean, 2025 may be the last year, according to Musk and his team, that we have kind of control over what we do. That's scary, to say the least. And I think we ought to have a national emergency declared today, and there needs to be oversight. Very serious, concrete oversight. That's what I think. What do you think? Hey, let me know. I'm James Gorey. Give us a like, subscribe, or comment, or all three, and see if we can't get some following and get some elevation. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you next time.